So I trust that tonight you'll be confronted, but also motivated to really turn it on, and break free from the predictable loop of the future past, stuck in that situation. And tonight is the time that I would like to go a bit slower. Based on popular demand, I've decided to make it a bit slower. So, because some of you said last time you had listened to the video, pause, rewind. So tonight I'm going to speak a bit slower. No. I'm going to keep on my pace just to make sure that you will get the concepts. Because for many of you who are tuned in here for the first or second time, it may sound strange what you're learning here, because it's new, it's fresh, but yet it's ancient. So that's the exciting part of what I'm sharing with you tonight here. So hi everybody. It seems like everybody's got enough visuals and audio there, so I'm not gonna be concerned about that. I see the group is growing every week, almost by the day now, which is fine, because the message must really go out. And this is what it's all about, so that more people can live a happy, fulfilled life. And that's what it's all about here. So all the well-known faces there, everybody who's tuned in there, I'm not going to mention names, because now we are so many, and if I mention a name, the rest of you may feel a bit, how can I say, excluded. And that's not my intention here. Not at all. Just want to know, how was your week? What was your highlights? Were you able to apply some of these principles that we are sharing here in your daily life? Did you get any results? Share with us in the comment section below. So it's great that everybody just says hi to everybody. This is a group that basically runs only actively on the Sunday evening. The rest of the week it's quite quiet, which is fine. But when it's between 6 and 7, we're going to really turn on the screws. So, yes. So, very excited. So, yeah, let's see what is lined up here for tonight. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? Oh my word! I didn't say you must come out now, Wally. You were supposed to come in later, only later. Not now. No, I want to take over the show tonight. It's my opportunity. I've been waiting the whole entire week. No, man, no. Listen, wait. Oh, my word. Wally was so excited about joining the show tonight that he couldn't wait. Okay. Thank you for being here tonight. Are you going to help me tonight? Eh? Of course. I'm excited to be here tonight, everybody. So, I'm going to help Jeff, because I think he's struggling a bit. What? Am I struggling? Yeah, I could see you stressing out, and I'm going to help you. Okay, fine. That's great. This past week, Thursday evening, Wally was also introduced to the mentoring group, and he misbehaved a little bit. Oh, I didn't. I was just myself. Okay. Yes, you are learning. You have to be your authentic self. That's fine. So, what a wonderful opportunity to have you here tonight. Welcome, Wally. Oh, thank you. My humble feelings of gratitude being here tonight. Love you all. So please, comment below. I see there's a comment section. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, you can comment below, as Wally is saying, and Wally will check, help me. You can check there on the comment section what the people are saying. Oh, it says Jeff must leave the show. I must take over. Oh, just joke. Okay. What a sense of humor you have. Just show the people your jacket, your shirt. Looks nice, eh? Dresses up like me almost with his presidential shirt. Okay, this is Wally. Wally, please You know what you have to do. You and I rehearsed a bit. No, we did not. Oh, goodness. You're catching me out. We did not really rehearse. I'm going to catch you out if you lie to the people here. He's brutally honest. Okay. so let's welcome Wally here tonight. Wally is my, I don't know if he's my friend, my colleague, my assistant, my co-presenter, or my son. I want to be everything. He's such a passionate doll. What? I'm not a doll. What are you? I'm a puppet. Now, what's the difference between a puppet and a doll? Hell is big. What? What? A doll is made of plastic and I am fluff. Fluff. Yeah, I'm fluff. Okay, great. Fluffy. What? Okay. Nevertheless, well, you just check the comments below there and check what the people are saying. We need to start with the show here and carry on with stuff. Okay, but I told you they don't want you, they want me. Oh, goodness, Wally. I'm not going to fall for that one. Okay, right. So let's carry on with everything here tonight, the serious stuff. Let's get back to the serious. And Wally, we're going to be very serious now because we are here for serious stuff. Like, for instance, this is your opportunity here tonight to reflect, reset, and just relax and learn some serious stuff here. And Wally's here just to help me when I'm getting stuck and he needs to explain stuff in a more simplified way when I am a bit not sure if I get the information communicated well, clearly. Wally will help me tonight. So look at all the wonderful comments there from the people. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Thank you kindly. Love you all. Love you all. Okay, great. Let's get to the real stuff. We are talking here tonight about the concept of the fear-based beliefs that keep you stuck and how to rewire them from freedom. And last week we could only do the first 5 of the 10 fear-based belief systems that keep us stuck in the past and not allowing us to move forward and to make progress in our lives. And tonight we're going to carry on with the rest. And I have made a decision not to rush it tonight. But some of you were not here last week, and for your sake, I would like to just quickly recap on the first 5 belief systems that many of us struggle. And tonight, I'm going to go slower, more profound, more mindfully to make sure that you will comprehend what I am sharing. Remember, last week I said the first belief that keep us stuck is the belief that I must always excel and never make mistakes in our lives. That was the first one, and that will lead to a lot of anxiety, we said, and you put enormous pressure on yourself, and you can't be in the present moment. And now you've learned there to rather reframe it by believing I need to strive for excellence while embracing the lessons learned from my mistakes, and that we are allowed to make mistakes, because if you never make mistakes, you will never learn. That's the whole concept of being absolutely honest with yourself. You may make mistakes. I take it further. I must make mistakes. I'm allowed to make mistakes, and it's fine. Right, that was the first belief system that we spoke about last week, to allow yourself to make mistakes. Those who never make mistakes are afraid of moving forward, and they will never learn. You can never learn if you never make mistakes. That was the first point last week we spoke. And the second belief system that we identified last week, why people battle with anxiety, is the idea of I need to please others to be accepted and loved. And there we spoke about the underlying belief system that love is conditional. And we have no idea of unconditional love. And where you learned also to reframe it by believe with the more helpful belief, I honor my needs and boundaries while nurturing healthy relationships. I can be myself. I don't have to try to win people's approval. I don't have to work hard towards approval. Love can be unconditional. And a relationship where there's unconditional love, you can be your true, authentic self. That's crucial. The third belief system that we tackled last week was the idea of failure is a sign of personal inadequacy. So that hurts when we are so hard on ourselves, creating the idea of fear of failure, because if I do fail, I'm incompetent. While on the contrary, we can learn that failure, first action in learning, is a natural part of growth and an opportunity for learning. So that's the beauty of when we embrace the idea that we may make mistakes, and it's actually a growing experience. It's not the case that failure is a sign of inadequacy. Then the fourth belief system that we tackled last week, that I'm just giving you a review, a replay, quick replay on, is the belief that I must always be in control to avoid chaos. That belief system creates enormous a lot of anxiety. The sense things must go perfect. Not going with the flow, it's always having control issues. Last week, what we did with all of these belief systems, we look at the experience of the memory, the pain points where it started, and how we can fix and address it. And how we reframe it is that we can say, I trust in the process of life, and I embrace the lessons of surrender. And then the fifth belief system, before we'll carry on, is this one. If others criticize me, I am fundamentally flawed. This means I must never make mistakes. I must always be perfect. I cannot allow people to criticize me, so I'll avoid criticism. And in order to avoid criticism, because of the fear of other people's opinions, we will put ourselves under enormous pressure. And the reframing belief that we addressed last week was that we don't have to see it as criticism. We can reframe it by seeing it as constructive feedback, which can help us in return to grow, and it will refine our strengths. So that's what we tackled last time. And now we are ready to start with the rest of the belief systems that we can address here tonight. Why are you looking at me? Oh, my goodness. Wally, behave yourself. This game of trying to play chicken with me and then you really scare me. Yes. Now I've lost my point. Because I want to take over now. Right, let's carry on with the next point. No, Wally, you are here to check on the column, on the messages here from the people. Okay, right, let's get to the rest of the stuff here tonight. So, Wally, just focus on the comments there. Okay, let's see if we can start then with the belief system number 6. Well, you can just check there for me on the comment section. Belief system number 6. And here I want to stand still with the idea that we are responsible for other people's happiness. In consequence of this belief system, we will faff around people. We will stress when someone else is upset. We will feel other people's pain so overwhelmingly that we lose perspective. And when someone else is upset, we will put ourselves so intensely in their shoes and feel their pain to such an extent that it will incapacitate us. And that starts with that experience many, many years ago, like being praised only when keeping the peace, or you making others feel better when your baby brother or baby sister cries. You must run, you must rush to really calm the baby down, otherwise it's your responsibility if they cry. And then as adults later on, we are still ingrained with this idea of I am responsible for other people's happiness. When they're happy, that's fine, but then I have to sustain it. And when they're not happy, I look at myself and I want to try to find the fault within myself. Can you imagine if this is your belief system in a relationship? How toxic that relationship will become. Let me give you an example. If you just want to please your partner and the partner is just upset about something, or the partner has been having just a bad day, and you will feel it's now my responsibility to make him relax, my responsibility to calm him down, to make him feel at ease. But many times this kind of belief system comes from an abusive situation where the alcoholic father that you had, for instance, who's behaving in certain aggressive and abusive ways, and they will project towards you, say, look how you make me feel. Look what you did now when dad dropped his bottle of whiskey or his glass, and he lashes out at you, say, it's your responsibility. You made me. You did it. You made me feel. Immediately, instantly, you feel guilty. And that's where the pain point starts. Now, as an adult, you take that belief system into your other relationships, even into the workplace. What do? Every time when someone is upset, you are feeling responsible for their emotions. Does it make sense? Can you believe how much anxiety you will be later on? Just when someone's got an upsetting emotion, you feel responsible for it. You are attracted to the low vibrational energy of that individual, and you feel it's you that triggered that low vibrational energy because of your painful experiences once upon a time. And then we become the fixer, we become the enabler, we become eventually the empath, the word I've been using so many times on this show. And that's why there's a formula that we need to work on. The formula here says, everyone is on their own path. Although I will respect and honor you and be sensitive towards my fellow human being, I am still not responsible for your emotions. It's your path that you are following. Your role is to live your truth in an authentic way and not let others respond respond according to what serves them the best. You're not responsible. That's the formula. Everyone is going on their own path. I'm not responsible for your happiness. I can't take that burden upon myself. I live my truth, and I will let others respond as they will. The neuroscience insight with this belief system that we need to refute is overfunctioning is often a response to unresolved fear. And this is a fear-based belief from our childhood that we have to identify. So that's the neuroscience insight. Now, how does it work in terms of neuroplasticity? Because as you've learned so far, the brain is like plastic. It can be formed and reformed and shaped and reshaped. You can shape it. It keeps on changing. The neural pathways keep on changing the whole time. And neuroplasticity allows us to retrain our identity by practicing healthy detachment. And there's the key. Healthy detachment from other people's emotions. That I can learn to non-attach myself from other people's emotions, and realize I say non-attachment because I'm not saying I'm going to totally disconnect myself from everybody. I am not an empath. I'm having empathy. And with empathy, I can practice non-attachment, not allowing other people's low vibrational emotions to upset me, not to feel responsible for their emotions, just as I am responsible for my own emotional responses, likewise with others. And this is where I learned the skill of non-attachment. Non-attachment means I acknowledge your emotions of upset, but I didn't upset you. I don't have control over your emotions. Your emotions is based on your own neurological pathways. And we accept that and let it go so that that person's belief systems and emotional responses do not stay rent-free in my mind. Now, let's move on to the area of epigenetics. The science of epigenetics, in return, shows that freeing ourselves from emotional enmeshment, that's critical. To free ourselves from emotional enmeshment by practicing the skill of non-attachment, letting it go, it will restore healthy emotional balance at a cellular level. What do I mean? Your ulcer can go into remission when you stop other people staying rent-free in your mind. Remember, 2 episodes ago we spoke about that. When you learn to non-attach yourself from other people's emotional responses, realizing it's their own pain, it's their own story, let it go. I am responsible for my own feelings. What happens? Now you relax. Your body relaxes. Your stomach relaxes. You acknowledge the emotion of that other person. You also may acknowledge a bit of your own emotion when you see the other person is upset, but you take a deep breath and you let it go through non-attachment. And then, as you keep on doing it over a span of months, a year later, what do? You find out that you are relaxing more. You've got less headaches. Your shoulders are not so tense. By the way, if your neck and your shoulders are tense because of stress, you are resisting something. You are allowing someone else's burdens to be on your shoulders. You are absorbing someone else's pain. It's their baggage. It's their bag. Now you're carrying it, and now you are struggling under the weight because you don't have the capacity to carry their weight. You get it? Epigenetics shows you that you can heal on a cellular level when you let that go on a conscious basis. And healthy emotional balance at a cellular level restores you. Remember, I always say with epigenetics, it means, you all know, When people have been having stress their whole lives, it makes them sick. There's enough evidence how stress can cause us all sorts of cancers, chronic illnesses. But the opposite is also true, and this is what epigenetics teaches us, that healthy, elevated emotions on a continuous basis is capable of healing. I see this when people enter new relationships, how the environment changes when they experience new love, how that emotion of acceptance creates joy, and that joy and peace brings calmness to the body, and the person starts to heal. Here it is. Reframe it in this way tonight. I support others while prioritizing my own well-being. Repeat it after me. Say it aloud. If your spouse, your partner is there with you, say it aloud. I support others while prioritizing my own well-being. I need to be first. I need to breathe first. I am the most important person in my universe. Before I can love someone else, I first need to experience how I love myself. How can I love someone else if I don't know how to love myself? Then I still have no idea, not the slightest idea of the meaning of love. Because I need to be the embodiment of love. Love needs to flow from inside outside. If love flows from the inside outside, automatically it first touches me before it will impact the world around me. If it's not the case and you think you're loving someone else and you are not loving yourself, you're doing it only out of fear. You're doing it only out of duty. You're doing it only out of fear of rejection. But when you become the embodiment, the manifestation of love, you are the magnetic force of love. Love comes to you. Love will find you. You don't have to search for love. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to go out and put your name on any of these other kind of date sites to find love. When I am the manifestation of love, love finds me. The magnetic force of love will attract the right loved one according to the vibrational energy that I shine and show and manifest. I attract the energies according to my frequency, whether you like it or not. Does it make sense to you tonight? This powerful idea of wow, love. Love. So that's why I'm attracted to you, Jeff. Yeah. That's why you came into my life, Wally. When I was ready to receive you and take you into my life, this is when you came in. Yeah. Oh, what a tender, special moment is this. Yeah. They come away, the loved ones, when we're ready. And then we just need to embrace it. Fantastic how love can just bring a lot of healing also in our lives when you attract the right one according to your vibrational energy that you radiate. So many times we attract toxic people into our inner circle, toxic people where we work, and then it hurts us. So that's why it's so important just to be the manifestation of true love when it comes your way, that you can recognize it. Sometimes someone wants to love you, yeah, but when I'm broken, I can't experience and receive that love because I look through the lenses of pain. And then it's also very difficult to really experience love when someone wants to just give you unconditional love. And that's what it's all about tonight, that love can play such a wonderful role in a life, in healing. And this is beautiful. Yes, some of you say tonight your belief system really attracted the wrong, the toxic into your life. But if you shift this particular belief system tonight, yes, Wally, then you can attract the good people into your life. And this is so powerful that it's possible to really attract the goodness into your life so that you can understand what I'm trying to say, that your external environment is a reflection and a projection of your inner environment, outer environment. Yeah, your external environment is a reflection of your inner environment. So if your external environment is dumped in chaos, what are you attracting? What's the frequency that you radiated consciously or subconsciously through your belief systems? Now tonight, you can understand that if you want to change what you attract, you're going to have to change this belief system. You get it? Oh, some of you. Look there, Wally. Mari. Hi. Ja, maar klik daar. Say, read it. I love you, Wally. He's too cute. Yeah. Unconditional love. Just because you're yourself. Really. Yeah. Yeah. Just because you're yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Oh, that's nice. I can be myself. I can be myself. Yes, you can be yourself. Really? Now what are you doing now? I'm picking my nose. Oh, that's not nice. But you said I can be myself. No, I don't know how that one works. You can be yourself by picking your nose. Okay. You get it. Yeah. Some of you can be so your true self with someone that you can do all of these other things, picking your nose, burping and even farting in that person's presence, and it will be okay. Yep. Oh goodness, you're laughing at my jokes now. Right. Okay. Wally, righto. So that's the whole idea of tonight, to understand how unconditional love works in a relationship, and yes, to be yourself. And no, don't pick your nose. I'm not saying you should be sorry or ashamed of yourself. It's just, these ways how we behave in front of other people. Okay, Wally? Okay. Sorry folks, that I was picking my nose in front of you. That was not very kind of me. I'm sure that people will forgive you for that, Wally. Okay. But can I pick my nose afterwards? It's itchy. You can pick your nose now, man. Okay. Get over it. Don't put it in your mouth, okay? Sorry, I'm learning. He's such a teachable little kid, so I love him. Okay, let's carry on with this show here tonight. Okay, great. So let's move on. The idea is I am not responsible for someone else's happiness. Okay. Point number 7 here tonight. Belief number 7. Just want to pause here. I'm speaking slower tonight. Yeah, I think Wally's also forcing me to just to be slow, to realize tonight and accept I am not responsible for my spouse's tantrums. I'm not responsible for my hormone filled, testosterone filled teenagers' mood swings, tantrums. They must learn from young. They are responsible for their own happiness. Mum, Dad, you don't have to be a helicopter parent. You don't have to be a helicopter parent. Yes. Yes, Mari, you are correct there. Your comment there, if your father's going to be on Joe's hand. It's very close proximity, yeah. It's not going to be good. Right, so, yes, you can be your true self. Renata, as you say there, it should be okay to do anything in front of or when you are with the one you love. Absolutely true. And when you heal from your pains of the past, you can be your true, authentic self in that person's company. And then you realize when that person has got upsetting emotions, you can have empathy for them, you can support them, but yet still, it's not you that's causing that emotion. Even if you've done something that caused them to be upset, I'm not going to say you made me upset now. No, it's still my own interpretation. And when we are healed from this pain of the past, we realize everyone is responsible for their own happiness. And then we can be in a functional relationship together. How beautiful is this tonight? I just love it. Just love it. Thank you so far. Halfway through the show tonight, I just want to thank you all for your unconditional love in this show. And my unconditional love to all of you also here tonight. I'm sharing it with you, sending lots of love towards all of you here tonight. Out of grace and gratitude for all of you that I know, and even those that I don't know. Your beautiful comments here, I really appreciate it. This is a place, a platform of healing where you can be your true authentic self, even like Wally is doing here tonight. Let me just focus on another aspect. Belief number 7. Number 7, vulnerability is weakness. I'm not allowed to show my emotions. Because first of all, if I do show my emotions, people say, build a bridge and go get over it. Or grow instead of what? Balls. No, man, come on, Wally, don't say it. But it is the case. Wally, how can we validate someone else's emotions without saying, build a bridge, get over it? Have you got some idea? You're asking me no difficult things. Okay, let me give you an example. If you say to me, I'm sad. If I say to you, Wally, if you say to me, I'm sad, and I say to you, you don't have to feel like that. Man, don't be so childish, don't be so pity, don't be so sensitive. How will you feel? I will never tell you again how I feel. It's true. It's true. Then we shut ourselves off from other people. And then we become alienated from people. Promise me one thing, Wally. Yeah. You will always tell me how you feel, and that I must never invalidate. What does invalidate mean? This means that I must, you see, this is where it gets me. Invalidation means I'm not looking after your emotions. Your emotions mean nothing to me. And here, validation means I care about your emotions, but it's not the case that I'm responsible for your emotions, but I still care about how you feel. Does that make sense? No. Yes, it makes sense. Okay, thanks. That's how it works. Thanks, Wally. Pleasure. Right, let's just check on the comments there. Hello, Auntie Maureen says, yep, I needed to hear this. Yeah, great. This is how it works. Absolutely, we're helping you tonight. Really? Oh, thank you, Auntie Maureen. Auntie or Mari, how must I call you? Auntie or mommy or auntie, whatever. I don't know. So don't worry, they will tell you how to call you. Let's carry on with the story. There's some more in stuff to talk about. You just check there in the comment section there. Read for me there what's going on there. Okay. Right, Wally, let's carry on. So the idea of vulnerability, that's a weakness we see in many men who grew up very tough. Cowboys don't cry, at least not in front of their horses, as the saying goes. Vulnerability is for sissies, as the saying goes. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to show your true emotions. You're only allowed to show anger. You're only allowed to show your elevated emotions, but your lower vibrational emotions, when you really feel sad and upset, you're not allowed to share that. How is that? How common is that? When you smile, the whole world smiles with you, but when you cry alone. But here's the formula. The formula says, ladies and gentlemen, authenticity is the password. Authenticity, be yourself, as Wally and I have agreed. Since he came there from the puppet hospital, when I went to fetch him there to adopt him, authenticity. The two of us must walk in a relationship of authenticity, because I need to learn this fellow still. He's a unique personality. This means I need to be myself, even with my emotions. And I can make myself vulnerable tonight. Let me just say this thing tonight. This is why so many relationships in marriages are so shallow. You only talk about cliches and the rugby or the cricket or the soccer score. You don't talk about your heart matters. Because you don't want to make yourself vulnerable. Because once upon a time, when you did want to make yourself vulnerable, your partner invalidated your feelings. And as a result of that, you withdrew. And because you withdrew and now you shut up and you don't tell how you really feel, your emotional needs are not being met. Because you feel you cannot be yourself. That's powerful. The more you learn to express your emotions towards your loved ones, to make yourself vulnerable in a trusted relationship. Yes, you are getting younger and younger, as you say. Net nie auntie nie, because nou you're 16. Ja, nee, okay. Wally? Yep. Don't fall asleep here. Sorry. You caught a nap here on my lap here. Sorry. Show is getting boring now. What? I'm just honest. Get to the point, Jeff. I'm trying to say that people say you must not call them auntie or uncle. Call them by their name. Sorry, Maury. Okay, there it is. Right, on the names. We call each other in the first name. And just, you don't call me Dad. No. Jeff. Okay, good. Great. Okay. So I'm not your dad, I'm just your buddy. I can live with that. Okay, thanks. Let's carry on here. The idea of total vulnerability in a relationship takes the relationship to a new, deeper level. And that's very powerful when we can be ourselves to such an extent where we can make ourselves vulnerable to open our heart and talk about our deepest feelings without being judged by your spouse. A space of recognition of each one's emotions, where you can feel safe to express what you really feel without tiptoeing around the other person, because the other person is so hyper, super sensitive because of unresolved trauma and pain and issues of the past, having no idea how to live in the present moment. They're more in the past than in the present. And it's very difficult to be in such a relationship when that other person is just being triggered by what you were just saying now. Even if you're just giving the person constructive feedback and the person takes it personal. And then you shut your mouth because you've learned the best way, stay quiet. And this is what happens when you end up there by us, because you didn't open up, you suppressed your feelings. Now there you come for your treatment, and what happens? You're learning to open up, to share your emotions, and inviting your partner also to do the same, and there's healing in that relationship. That's why it's so powerful. Because, yes, as we say here, we are afraid of being judged. What I read here in the comments, some of you are saying there, yes, we are afraid of being judged. The point here tonight is, I want to guide you to the place where you will be okay to be judged by others, because it's only a reflection of their opinions, of their inner twisted, painful state. Their emotional state is not a true reflection of your state, unless you believe the crooked, twisted lie what they're saying about you. Then it matters. You can try to judge me tonight. I will only be painful about it if I believe in my heart it's true, because I haven't dealt with that issue in my past. Otherwise, it will fly over. Okay? Yes. Cornelia, fear of rejection also affects this, because if we say how we feel, it might lead to being rejected. Yes. Remember, no one can reject you. When we experience rejection issues, it's because once upon a time, when we experience it as a little boy, little girl, now as an adult, we are still suffering from that original pain of rejection by a parent, caretaker, teacher, older sibling. And now when someone behaves similarly, we feel the pain of the past. Remember, your emotions is a record of the past. Nobody can reject you unless you still bear the pain of the original rejection. You can try to, I always say this, try to reject me now. Write down something there horrible. You can try. I will only feel rejected if you manage to reach a point, a sensitive point in my life that's still hurting. Then you've hit the nail. But if I'm sitting here in front of you tonight, I've dealt with the pain of the past. You can come with the arrows. It will not hurt. You cannot reject me. You understand the concept tonight? And that's why people have fear of rejection, because they're rejecting themselves. So that's the issue of rejection. Nobody can reject you. You are rejecting yourself because of the painful experience once upon a time you had. No one can reject you. It's impossible. No one can. Unless I still suffer from rejection issues. I'm so glad that you mentioned this tonight here, Cornelia, because this is something I want to really imprint in your mind here tonight. Other people's opinions, when they matter to you so much, as we said in the previous belief system before the vulnerability one, of course, rejection will then be a main theme in your life because their opinions still matter. And then you will have rejection issues. But when you shift, remember this is a show of shifting. Shifting, not fixing. Remember that episode? By the way, tonight's the 19th episode since the 1st of December. I'm not with you in the fixing business. I'm in the shifting business. Shift your belief system that nobody can reject you. I'm only rejecting myself. That's why I have self-esteem issues, because I'm still rejecting myself. I've got an issue with myself. When I learn to love myself unconditionally, let the arrows come. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. It will not touch me. It will go past. Because I've dealt with those issues. It's not a trigger point anymore. I've dealt with it. I've dealt with this belief system. Let's go back to this one. Let's get back to it. So, if I am not vulnerable, and if I see vulnerability as a weakness, I will pretend. Here's the reframing tonight. But before we get to the reframing, let's just look at the neuroscience insight regarding vulnerability. Vulnerability releases oxytocin and calms the amygdala, the basic primitive part of the brain. Vulnerability address. It takes away all the pretenses. Like many comedians, when they start a show, they will talk about, I'm nervous. Sorry. Excuse me. Sure, Wally. He's coughing in my face. Sorry. Sorry, Wally. I'm getting so excited. I'm having my tea, my honey tea, and my lemon. Yeah, lemon. See, I'm now authentic. I'm not muting anything. My my voice is a bit. He's validating me. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love you too. We can be ourselves. My voice is getting better. But if Wally would have put some stress here in this equation, and I feel judged and rejected by it, I promise you, my throat will get worse. I will start even suffocate. I may even get a panic attack if I have a panic disorder. You're getting it? You're allowed to be human. You can make yourself vulnerable. Just be real. Yes. Thank you, Wally. Thank you. And I can be myself with you. My pleasure. Oh, yeah. You're getting it. You're getting it. This is the beauty of being yourself and being absolutely vulnerable. Can you believe even in the field of neuroscience we are acknowledging today that, as I say there with neuroplasticity, you can really, being yourself and being vulnerable releases that connection hormone, oxytocin. So what just happened here I lost my voice. And while he came in, he didn't make a joke about it. He just took over the show, yeah? And he helped me. And it's a bonding. It's a bonding. Oxytocin is a bonding hormone when you can be vulnerable. And that oxytocin bring healing. Otherwise, maybe I would have been forced to switch off everything here. The hormone connection, even if it's just a puppet. I'm a nice puppet. I'm a fluffy puppet. Yes, you're a fluffy puppet. You're my fluffy. Yes, just be yourself. And being yourself and being vulnerable in that relationship, oxytocin is released that can bring beautiful, beautiful healing in your life. Just by being vulnerable. This is awesome stuff. So you see neuroplasticity in terms of this, how the neural pathways work, develops emotional tolerance through conscious sharing and you journaling it. That's the beautiful. When you learn to be vulnerable by sharing with loved one how you feel, but also journaling it if it's difficult for you. And epigenetics, again, suggests that emotional expression improves your immune system. When you open up, you don't suppress it anymore. Your immune system responds positively. And this is how emotional resilience works. And there it is. Vulnerability is courage. Repeat it for me, Wally. Vulnerability is courage. And authenticity in action. And authenticity in action. Vulnerability is courage and authenticity in action. Did I do it nice? Yes, thank you. You did so nice tonight. You helped me tonight, especially when my voice was a bit out of the woods here tonight. You get it tonight. I'm only touching 2 of the points tonight about being vulnerable. It's okay. It's part of being authentic. It's part of the formula. The formula is saying, follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability. Do it until you can't do it anymore. Trust the process that you're following. Be authentic in this whole process. And synchronicities will be your reward. Next week I will speak more about synchronicities, how synchronicities work. This past week in the group in the mentoring group, we spoke about the different types of synchronicities in our lives and how everything just works perfectly in time for what's supposed to happen now at this very point. And tonight you heard this message exactly because you were supposed to hear it. Am I right? You're supposed to hear it tonight. These 2 belief systems. You want to kiss goodbye. Me? No, not you. Anxiety. You want to kiss it goodbye. 2 of these belief systems, if you let go of it and replace it with a more helpful belief system, by letting go of those that do not serve you any longer. Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Are you now saying it real? Or are you now trying to tease me? I'm real. Real. You know, Wally, I never know when you're joking with me or when you are real. You see, like now, he's now very real about this thing. This is why I love this boy. He's so young, but he's got some wisdom. Love him. Love you. Oh, when you give me that look. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Puppy sniff. What? Yeah, I trust that tonight, what you've learned here tonight is helping you and that this makes sense in your growth. Next week, what we will do, we will carry on with the rest of the belief systems that we have to address so that we can get healed, so that we can shift from anxiety towards excitement by following your highest excitement, the path of your highest excitement that you found in every given moment, time, and place, and to act on your highest excitement. What a powerful way when you learn to act on your highest excitement, not on fear-based beliefs anymore, but that thing, that situation, that person, whatever excites you, your highest, to follow that path according to the formula. May this be a wonderful week for you. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight here. This is just amazing. I really appreciate your feedback here tonight. And Wally, thank you tonight for your wonderful contribution. Last night you spoke to me. He's upset. I'm not paying him anything for this show. But Wally, in my fridge I've got some caramel fudge for you that we can have hereafter. Wow! Fantastic. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks. Yes, so we're going to have some fudge now. And thank you so much. Love you all. Have a blessed, wonderful week. And see you next Sunday. May it be a fantastic week for you. And thank you for accommodating, having grace for Wally also here tonight. And so yesterday I spoke to someone to see if we cannot get my shirt also and his shirt to have the same kind of shirt. It would be funny if I appear the same shirt. The same colors of shirt, the same patterns, the same shapes. That would be nice. But have a blessed, wonderful week. I hope you just had a good Easter weekend so far. Tomorrow's another holiday. Thank everybody. Oh, my liewe sissiekie, lief vir jou ook. And we must still have a family meeting where Wally needs to meet my family. And Wally's looking forward to that. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful contribution. And or everybody who wants to offer to be the mama of Wally. Wally accepts it. It takes a village to raise a child. And Wally accepts it. Yo, thank you, all the mamas. Doesn't have any more mummy issues. He knows the truth. Have a blessed one. Take care. Love you all. Appreciate you all. I'm so grateful, from my depth of my heart, grateful towards all of you here this week. You must just have a fantastic, awesome weekend. Take care. God bless.